And now it's time for the Beach Patrol Report, brought to you by McCann Realtors of Sea Isle City, 4111 Landis Avenue. Knowledge, experience, integrity, and dedication. For rental and sales, call 609-263-7422 or go online at McCannRealtors.com. And also by the Ocean City Beach Patrol Lifeguard Alumni Association, celebrating 125 years. And joining us right now for the Beach Patrol Report is former chief of the Sea Isle City Beach Patrol, Tommy McCann.
Hey, Billy, thanks for having me here today.
Give me a handshake.
My
There
man. Good, yeah.
Tommy, good to see you. Your brother's got a grand opening here. Did he cut you in?
my payments, crab cakes.
There you go.
Tommy, the McCann family is synonymous. We talked about this earlier with lifeguarding in South Jersey. You and your brother have been part of the fabric of the Beach Patrol up and down South Jersey, from Wildwood, obviously you in Sea Isle City. It's a great time of year for you,
right?
But also because of the racing, we cover the racing and the competitiveness of these athletes.
Right. We're very, very, very proud that we're part of this rich tradition of the South Jerseys and the competitions and being part of the lifeguard culture. And what I think we're most important to say is that the safety across the board in South Jersey, from Brigantine to Cape May Point, is something that people need to recognize what it used to be years ago without any lifeguards.
Right.
And that wasn't a pretty picture. It was an ugly picture, but we've had great beach patrols do great things over the course of time. And even go South Jersey beach patrols, a lot of people don't realize this. We had national champion beach patrols in this area. And people around the United States are not familiar with that. Ocean City won the Nationals 3 times in a row. Atlantic City won the Nationals also several times. Ventnor Beach Patrol won the Nationals back in the 30s and 40s and 50s, until we end up getting our own set of races here.
Okay.
Those races were out there, and we were winning them from the South Jersey area.
Yeah, and Mike, I don't know if you know this, but Tom McCann is a historian. And you're working on a book.
Yeah, I wrote a couple of books about Sea Isle City.
Okay.
But now what I've done is I've concentrated on what I just talked about. Brigantine to Cape May Point. I'm going to do a little piece of history on each city.
Right.
And I'm doing, and it's finalizing, where I'm talking about different characters in a great term. I mean different characters along the South Jersey coast that were legends in lifeguarding.
We've had a lot of legends over the years.
Yes.
I mean, you just recently with the Margate crew of Graves and
Gowdy,
and then McGrath and Duffy.
McGrath and Duffy and Funk and whoever he was.
That's what we had on last week.
We had David Funk on last week. Yeah.
Well, he's the Tom Brady of rowing. Yeah. Really, he's an amazing athlete, and he continues to. I mean, he has such a disciplined way of keeping himself in great shape. And as a result, he can stay competitive with guys that are 21, 25 years old and still win. He's still winning. But we've had guys like that. There was a guy named Ron Kirk.
Yeah, Ron Kirk. No, he's a legend.
He's a legend.
Jack Brooks is a legend. He doesn't even know it.
Yeah, Jack is a legend. And there's a guy, used to be a guy named John Carey from Ocean City.
Yes.
And Tommy Oves from Ocean City.
Oh, Tommy, I know Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy Oves. Yeah,
the Oves, I mean, his son was a great rower. And the greatness doesn't come from because you win in the South Jerseys, because the list of people that didn't win the South Jerseys is as impressive as the list that won the South Jerseys.
But you know what I like about it too, Mike? It's like we talk Phillies, Flyers. We have these athletes right here on the beach. Come down on Jack Brooks has even talked about this. We come down on a Friday night and you can see top-notch athletes competing against each other for supremacy in South Jersey.
That pride. The key word there is pride. They're taking pride in their town.
Pride.
Right. Yep. And we've had guys that rode for South Jersey, lifeguard races, that have given up rowing in the IRAs and the Dad Vales so they come rowing the South Jersey because they wanted that title so much to win the South Jersey title. And there were so many guys that were so close to it, like I almost won. Like Mark Brestol from Atlantic City, for example. He took second 3 times in the South Jersey. one time by like a foul ball.
Right.
But he didn't get it. But he's on that list of guys that didn't get it.
Right.
That's as impressive as the guys that did get it.
Well, just like a horse race, you win by a nose.
Right.
You know what I mean? Well, listen, Tommy, thank you so much for stopping by. We're going to get Jack Brooks in here to speak a little bit, but this is such a great day. We're celebrating the grand opening of Captain Chucky's Crab Cake Company right here in Seattle.
Well, let me tell you something. I could say this about Jack Brooks. I'm glad I'm before him rather than after, because he'll be a hard act to follow. Okay, Jack?
I want to remind people there's a fundraiser today at Maynard's for the, let me read this here. Mike Gill said the A-Shore Baseball fundraiser today at Maynard's in Margate from 2 to 7. I'll be down there. Mike Gill, Josh Henning will be down there. Come on down and say hi. And then, of course, we're going to get Jack Brooks in here. He's the president of the Ocean City Lifeguard Alumni Association. And you guys, Jack, by the way, good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to see you. You're having a fundraiser tomorrow.
The current Beach Patrol guys are having a fundraiser for exactly what we were talking about, the things around competition. City will pay lifeguarding and things, but the competition, it's usually pass the hat, raise some funds.
You're on your own.
And you're on your own.
Lifeguard ball tickets you guys used to sell.
Used to do that. Yeah, that was legendary as well. But today,
Jack would come to a house, sell a ticket, and never leave because it was free. Usually
they treated you very well. When the first house, you never may have not have made it past there. But you didn't think they noticed you on the beach, but they certainly did. You know. And
I didn't notice you, Jack.
But it's supporters like that really help the competition. You know, we've raised, when we were talking about these legendary lifeguards, we've had people who've competed internationally.
Yeah.
And we've passed the hat, like with our alumni association, we raised over $4,000 to send people over to Egypt and places like that to go and compete. And it really is this culture that comes out of South Jersey, something about being a guard. Certainly, it's not about, like, many people go to Penn State. Only a few play football or basketball or whatever.
Right.
But they're part of the culture of Penn State.
Absolutely.
We are Penn State. We are South Jersey Lifeguards, and there's a lot of good-natured rivalry.
It's a great fraternity.
Lots of good-natured rivalry.
Yeah.
You know, the McCanns are so supportive. They have this Brennan McCann series. It's older guards. They row at 7:30 in the morning. On Saturdays, and they're still doing it. And it's because these guys have pulled it together. But they welcome everybody.
So it's the Ocean City Beach Patrol fundraiser. It's Sunday, June 11th from 6 to 9
Tomorrow.
at the Oreos.
Tomorrow at the Oreos, and it's 6
Tickets
to
are
9.
$32 at the door.
That's right. Yep, there's food. There'll be some giveaway items. There'll also be a silent auction and things like that. So it really will be a good time trying to get these kids started in the summer so that the racing continues.
Hey, Jack, on a serious note, because I wouldn't have gotten into this if it wasn't for Chuck Betson.
Yeah.
Chuck is no longer with us, but Chuck was on the Beach Patrol, and I learned from Chuck Betson.
That's right.
I got in the radio because of Chuck. And because of Chuck, and of course I've known you guys, I was on the Longport Beach Patrol myself, but if it wasn't for Chuck, he kind of passed the torch to me, if you will, a little bit. And it's really turned into a big thing. We broadcast live at the Margate Memorials, at the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships, and we've gotten. I mean, people just love it.
You know, people do. When you're immersed in it, you go to one lifeguard race. You're standing on the beach, some sunset evening,
Beautiful
and you're
night.
looking at it. And I'm telling you, there's nothing like it. And it's a free ticket.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it so amazing. It doesn't cost anything to come down and watch it. And I had a couple of our listeners that have heard me earlier. They said, gosh, Jack, I've always wanted to go to one of those lifeguard races. So as the season goes on, we'll be telling them a little bit more where it is and when it is.
Yeah, we'll go over the race. And once the races start, Mike, we interview the actual competitors.
As soon as they come out of the
water.
water.
The access they give me, Jack, is phenomenal. They know I'm there to promote them. They would be rowing, just getting in after a quarter-mile row.
That's right.
Spent.
But
they're sucking wind.
You and I have done it. It's one of the guys. He says, "Wait a minute," and he heaves.
Yeah.
He left it all on the beach.
But Jack, that access is what makes radio.
It is what makes radio, and I think it is again the stories, and it's the stories behind the people. All of these folks. Simple summer job. They came and they sat in the pine box for a few summers, or something, and then they go on to great careers.
Yeah.
And we have people, when you look at doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs, people, of all ilk that wind up with this simple summer job, but the camaraderie, the culture, the responsibility is what brings them together, and that lasts a lifetime.
Yes.
It really does. We say lifeguards for life, and you just mentioned a name like Chuck Betson. Look how his legacy and memory is living on, Lord, well beyond his mortal life.
I just felt compelled to bring him up. Looking at you and with your Ocean City Beach Patrol shirt there, which is an iconic symbol of lifeguard.
Ocean City's best pizza, or one cold beer, please.
One cold beer, please. All right, Jack, we've got to roll. We're broadcasting live. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
As we broadcast live from Captain Chucky's Crab Cake Company right here on Landis Avenue in Seattle. It's a beautiful day. Come on out.